All right, YouTube. So a week ago or 3 days ago, Will Smith slapped, Chris Rock, one of the greatest comedians, stand-up comedian in the history of mankind, and we wanted to, make some clarifications as to if it's staged or fake. So that's why we're recording this video. It's a reaction video actually, and try to offer our opinion as to what really happened. Was it staged? Was it, a fake one, or was it for real, right? For the benefit of the Marites ng Pilipinas. So let's try to play the video.
Who's got the hardest job tonight? Javier Bardem and his wife are both nominated. Now, if she loses, he can't win.
So the clip started with Chris making some jokes about celebrities and whatnot winning, and it was pretty much normal for Chris to do that. He's a stand-up comedian and whatnot, and everyone is having a festive environment and mood to it. So let's try to continue this.
He is praying that Will Smith wins. Like, please, Lord.
There's a mention of Will Smith. There, you can see that Will Smith is pretty much relaxing. I think that's also the daughter. I'm not sure. So,
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right.
All right. If you take a look at the context of the joke, it was made in relation to the G.I. Jane movie, which was actually in relation to Jada's appearance that night. Will Smith was actually laughing, if you can see, and I think he was not able to realize that the next clip would be there. As you can see, Jada was not happy. It's let's take it back. One more. One more. One more. There, the rolling of eyes, and also if you can notice, Jada was like doing like this. It's like as far as the human actions are concerned, parang stiff, like not comfortable. It's not agreeing with the joke. I think people know about the circumstance of why she is bald. And well, Will was actually laughing at the joke also, if you can see it. But this is like tense already as far as the body actions are concerned. It's like doing this, like relax, and then doing something like that, and then rolling the eyes. It's not really comfortable about the joke. So let's continue the video.
That was a nice one. Okay.
All right. If you notice, Chris is doing the Regal Stance. So like you put your both hands at the back. So it's like more of a confident stance for, well, as far as the experience goes, it's like doing this for years, and he has this particular habit perhaps, or it shows that he's very confident on stage, no stage fright whatsoever.
I'm out here. Richard.
There you go. So as you can see, he was maintaining the Regal Stance, like doing this, right? And even that, if you can see the feet, there's a stamp there, just to, if you've been watching Chris Rock's stand-up comedy shows, he often do this, like to drive a point. And sorry, in this case, I think he was, making ready for what is about to come and processing what is about to come. I thought in this video it was fake. I've been making videos, and the angle was very spot on as far as the slop is concerned. It's like, faking the slop. This is the best angle that you need to have. And I thought, putting the Regal Stance on Chris' side was like, he's like doing some smacking on the phone just to make sure that when the slap comes, it would be actually more realistic. But this is how it played. Boom. So there was actually a connection there. It was not a mic and whatnot. And let's just continue. There. So it's like you got Slop, and the position of Chris was actually thinking about hitting Will Smith back, but I think he downplayed it and tried to, play it cool.
Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
There. It's like, Chris has been doing stand-up comedy, and then he also continued to still maintain the Regal Stance here. It shows pretty much shows some confidence and whatnot. And what I can say is that the recovery from getting slapped and having the words what to say next is really simply amazing. It might actually come from, well, for sure, from the years of experience being a stand-up comedian.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
All right. So this is one of those things that I can really say this is really for real, because as you can see, Will Smith's jawline is kind of stiff, and the words that he was actually saying was making sure that there's a pause to each word, driving a point, making Chris understand that, you know what I mean. I mean, this is what he said.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay?
That's exactly what I mean, every word was being emphasized to make sure it drives the point. And yeah, if you notice the nostrils here, it's like being a sign of stress. Stiff jaw is also being a sign of anger, so that's what I said. I think this is not a stage one. This is a real happening. For the sake, it's not really for the sake of Oscars or whatnot. So let's just continue.
Okay? I could own.
There. This one I think was like he said, I could something like that. He was actually trying to pull what's the word? He's actually trying to stop saying things that I could just perhaps hurt you with words, something like that. He was in a way tried to stop himself from saying a whole lot of things to hurt Will Smith still, but in spirit of professionalism, it's like the brain was processing his brain was processing, but was quick enough to stop himself from doing things that would make things worse during that night.
Okay. That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay.
There, he was actually instead of is like he is like the greatest. He was like referring it some sort of a past tense, because he might actually be thinking of the future consequences as to this particular event, slapping him and whatnot, the penalties. Might actually be thinking in advance.
Okay.
So I think that's about it. First thing that we need to understand about this is that, let me see, there are some points that I'd like to have listed here in my mobile phone that perhaps would also convince you that this is not a stage event, a stage happening, or perhaps a fake one. For one, basing on the reaction of Will Smith's wife. Okay, this was not staged. Okay, so Jada didn't know about the joke, basing on the reaction, and Will also didn't know. So that's why you can see, an actual emotion coming out of that man. And also Chris, if you notice, it was actually, there's some sort of confusion in what was happening, why Will slap him or went to the stage to slap him. So he actually made some improvised speech. And then, if this was staged, well, yeah, there are some things that you can check on if this was staged, because, if you get slapped, you'll be shocked, right? But Chris was like, there's no acknowledgement of the pain, so there's lack of pain management. And then, as you've noticed, the recovery from Chris' side was so fast that you can really think, oh, this is staged, right? And with all the confusion, there was a mountain or humongous effort on Chris' side to like do a self-restraint. As I've said, he was actually planning, or in a way having plans of inflicting also a painful gesture to Smith, but he was able to do that. Well, as far as my observation are concerned, I'm not an expert in human behavior or body language, but as far as this one is concerned, I would say this was not staged. This was for real, and this is not fake. That slapping really happened in Oscars, and sadly it happened. And latest update, Will Smith actually resigned from Oscar, as maybe perhaps a member. So that's exactly what happened now. So as I've said, I'm not an expert. This is just my own opinion, and hoping that there was some sort of clarification that this video made as far as the video is concerned. Well, that's it, and thank you for watching. Until the next video, bye.